In the world of music, there are artists who create songs that touch the heart and define an era. Among these giants, two names stand out: Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys and Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone. What happens when incredible talent faces the darkness of personal struggles? How do these challenges shape their music and legacy? Let's dive into their journeys, stories of creativity, resilience, and the haunting shadows that accompanied greatness. Brian Wilson, born on June 20th, 1942, in Inglewood, California, was more than just a musician. He was a musical visionary. From a young age, Brian displayed a unique talent for melody, drawing inspiration from his family and the music around him. Have you ever wondered how early influences can shape someone's creative path? For Brian, it was the smooth harmonies of the Four Freshmen that ignited his passion for music. As Brian formed the Beach Boys with his brothers and cousin, they skyrocketed to fame. Songs like Surfin' USA and California Girls became anthems of youth and freedom. But behind the cheerful facade of surfboards and sunny California beaches lay a troubled mind grappling with anxiety and emotional turmoil. How could someone who seemed to have it all be so troubled inside? In May 1966, Brian released Pet Sounds, an album that changed pop music forever. This wasn't just another collection of songs. It was a deeply personal reflection of his soul. With tracks like God Only Knows, Brian explored themes of love and loss, giving listeners a glimpse into his vulnerability. Have you ever listened to a song and felt like the artist was speaking directly to you? That's the magic Brian created with his music. Despite its eventual acclaim, Pet Sounds wasn't an immediate commercial success. The pressure to deliver success weighed heavily on Brian. His father, Murray Wilson, was both a manager and a controlling presence in his life. Murray's harsh treatment devastated Brian's self-esteem. Can you imagine the struggle of trying to please someone who only sees your flaws? It's a conflict that many artists face, and for Brian, it was a daily battle. As Brian continued to innovate, he began work on what he called Smile. He envisioned it as a groundbreaking project, a teenage symphony to God. But the ambition of that idea spiraled into chaos. The recording sessions were filled with eccentricities, from elaborate instruments to unusual recording techniques. Brian's creative process began to blur the lines between genius and madness. Have you ever experienced a moment where your passion consumed you entirely, leading to chaos? That's what Brian faced as he navigated the ups and downs of his mental health. The pressure became overwhelming, leading to the ultimate collapse of Smile. This legendary lost album became a symbol of unfulfilled potential and artistic tragedy. Brian retreated further into himself, struggling with severe anxiety and depression. His vibrant spirit faded as he battled the shadows of his mind. How do you think such isolation affects a creative person? Can they still connect with their audience while feeling so alone? Meanwhile, across the nation, Sly Stone was rising as another musical force. Born Sylvester Stewart on March 15, 1943, Sly would create sounds that transcended genres. He founded Sly and the Family Stone, blending rock, funk, and soul in a way that brought people together. With hits like Dance to the Music and Everyday People, Sly's music became the soundtrack of a generation fighting for change. Have you ever seen music unite people in powerful ways? That's what Sly accomplished with his energetic performances and inclusive message. Sly was not just a performer. He was a dynamic leader who encouraged everyone to come together. His concerts were celebrations of unity, joy, and love. But behind the scenes, Sly faced personal demons. The pressures of fame and the lure of substances began to take their toll. As Sly danced through life on stage, what shadows were creeping behind him? While Brian struggled in isolation, Sly's vibrant lifestyle began to crumble under the weight of addictions. The very success he fought for became a mixed blessing. Brilliant and charismatic one moment, Sly became increasingly erratic and withdrawn. He began to lose touch with the very band that helped him rise to stardom. Have you ever experienced success that felt like it came at a cost? For Sly, that cost was far too high. As the years unfolded, Brian sought to regain control over his life and music. Following a long battle with mental health, he began to embrace his passions once again. In the late 1990s, Brian embarked on a series of concert tours, reconnecting with his fans and celebrating the music he created. Each show was a reminder of his resilience, an opportunity to reclaim his narrative. Have you ever had a moment of triumph that made all your struggles worthwhile? Despite the ups and downs, Brian's journey showed the world the healing power of music. He finally completed Smile and shared it with his fans. Those who waited for decades to hear that project could feel the weight of his struggles and triumphs intertwined in the melodies. It wasn't just about the music, it was about overcoming. On the other hand, Sly's road back was more uncertain. Though he attempted to reconnect with his audience, the shadows still lingered. His sporadic appearances and the impact of substance abuse meant that getting back on track proved difficult. But the music world didn't forget Sly Stone. His songs continued to inspire, serving as a reminder of the joy found in unity and love. Both Brian Wilson and Sly Stone signify the delicate balance between brilliance and vulnerability. Their stories are a testament to the idea that greatness often comes hand in hand with hardship. They created music that touched countless lives while grappling with their personal challenges. Have you ever wondered how much of a toll creativity can take? These artists showed how beauty can arise from struggle, and their legacies remind us of the power of resilience. As we celebrate their contributions, it's essential to recognize the journey they both undertook. Brian's triumphant return to music demonstrated the enduring power of art to heal. Every note played, every lyric sung became an affirmation of survival and renewal. Can you think of a song that gives you strength during tough times? For Brian, every performance was a chance to prove that he could overcome. Similarly, Sly's influence persists. Even during his darkest days, the messages in his songs continued to resonate. They served as a beacon for those struggling with their own battles. Sly taught us that it's okay to seek support, and it's okay to wade through shadows while trying to find light. Do you believe that artists can help heal wounds in society with their music? The impact of artists like Sly and Brian illustrates just how powerful that connection can be. What's remarkable is how both men's journeys intertwine with larger themes in music history. They reflect the era of change and revolution, where sounds became vehicles for social progress. While Brian crafted his sound for personal expression, Sly harnessed his talent to inspire collective movements. How do you think music can wield such power in society? It transcends barriers, uniting people in a way that few other things can. The creativity of Brian and Sly didn't just impact their generation, it paved the way for future artists who continue to draw from their experiences. Today, musicians still grapple with similar pressures, navigating fame while maintaining authenticity. Can today's artists learn from Brian and Sly's struggles? Their legacies provide essential lessons about the importance of mental health, the value of seeking help, and the undeniable strength found in vulnerability. In closing, the stories of Brian Wilson and Sly Stone are not merely tales of success or failure. They are narratives of resilience, beauty, and emotional truth. They remind us that behind every artist there is a person, striving to balance creativity and personal battles. Their music teaches us about empathy, how we can lift one another during times of struggle. Can we honor their legacies through our appreciation of their art? As we listen to their timeless tracks, let's reflect on the emotions they evoke, the connections they create, and the hope they inspire. Through their struggles, Brian and Sly showed us that it's possible to rise, to create freely, and to emerge from darkness into the brilliant light of self-expression. In doing so, They not only transformed their own lives, but also changed the lives of countless fans around the world. Let us remember them not just as musicians, but as two men who faced their fears, fought through their pain, and ultimately came to embody the spirit of resilience through music. Their stories will continue to resonate, teaching us that while the journey may be fraught with challenges, the beauty of art lies in its ability to uplift, connect, and heal. Every note, every lyric, and every concert is a testament to hope, showing us that, no matter the struggle, there is always the possibility of redemption through the power of song. And in our appreciation of their legacies, we find the strength to confront our own shadows, reminding us that we are all in this together.